Hi, I'm Byron Stewart, an adjunct lecturer at Northwestern University's McCormick School of Engineering. I've designed and co-teach two courses, Engineering Improv 1 and 2, for undergraduate engineering students. I'm also a research communication instructor for Northwestern's Research Communication Training Program, where I use my theater background as an actor and director to help graduate students, postdocs, and faculty take command of the stage and have a presence. Let's start with a model I've been using for years to teach grad students and postdocs in effective research communication to non-peers, to engineering undergrads learning to apply improv skills to leadership, and economics majors on their way to job talks. This is the PRES model, based on the book Leadership Presence by Belle Linda Halpern and Kathy Lubar. The model is a combination of mindsets and behaviors to be practiced and used before and during interviews and impromptu elevator pitches. Students, like actors, during auditions and performances, often suffer from stage fright. Students say, "I get so nervous and unfocused when I have to present my research to a non-peer audience or to someone unfamiliar with my field. What can I do?" The P in the model of mindsets and behaviors stands for being present. How can we be in the moment, be flexible, handle fear, distraction, pressure, and the unexpected? And now, with nearly every interaction occurring remotely, how can presence be embodied, transmitted, and perceived across cyberspace? Well, here are a few principles. Write a script to be spoken versus an abstract meant to be read. As you're writing your script or outline, read it aloud. How does it sound? Can you enunciate the words in each sentence with ease? Rehearse out loud. We sound amazing in our heads. We nail it. But when we get there and hear our voice for the first time, it can throw us out of being in the moment. Rehearse using friends and family and volunteers as your audience. Watch their reactions. Ask what wasn't clear and why. Write these questions down ahead of time. Is there jargon that needs explaining? Work on eye contact and body language. Rehearse in the space you'll be presenting in. Ask if you can arrive early to see and rehearse in the space. You should be comfortable in the space. Hear your voice in the space. Check the acoustics. Rehearse in the space with tech, if possible. Use your slides and slide advancer. See the room lighting and try the mic. Avoid using the podium. Our goal is to connect with the audience. The podium can get in the way. And don't turn your back to your audience and read from your slides. Rehearse not starting with, "So, well, okay." Say these things in your head, but not out loud. Rehearse your elevator pitches out loud. And if you're presenting online, stand for your talk. Check your tech and don't read from a script on your computer, we can tell. You've rehearsed and checked tech. Now it's time to warm up physically. To help us be in the moment, please stand as you're able. Let's start with head rolls. To the right. Yes. And to the left. Good. And shoulders up. Try and touch your ears. Shoulders down. Back. Front. Make a circle. Good. This is tension. Hi, I'm Byron from Northwestern. Check for tension and relax. Next, let's warm up your faces. Use your facial muscles. Watch me first. I don't want you to hurt yourself. So squeeze all the muscles in your face as tight as you can and release them. Good. Again, squeeze as tight as you can and release. Let's move to our breathing. Make sure you are breathing and that you're breathing from your diaphragm and not shallow chest breathing. When we breathe from our chest, we often don't have enough breath to make it to the end of the sentence. Often the last words of the sentence are key. Hi, my name is Byron from Northwestern University's Department of Engineering. Let's end with tongue twisters for articulation. Repeat after me. The top of the teeth, the tip of the tongue. The top of the teeth, the tip of the tongue. The top of the teeth, the tip of the tongue. The top of the teeth, the tip of the tongue. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Shake out legs and arms. All right, have a seat. What do I do with my hands? Use them. Use them to help you communicate and get your point across. Find a way to warm up. It could be music or taking a run, but do something physical to help you be in the moment and be present. The R stands for reaching out, consciously affecting your listeners by persuading them to think, feel, or do something. How do we build relationships with others through empathy, listening, and authentic connection? Here are a few principles. Please stand right now as you're able, or sit, and reach out to me through the screen. Really reach. That's the feeling you want as you're giving your talk or doing an elevator pitch. Okay, you can sit back down. You are no longer focused on your own stage fright, but now your focus is on your audience and getting your message across to them. Empathy, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. As you're presenting, really see your audience. Observe their body language, their facial expressions. Do they understand what you're saying? Are you talking too quickly? Can they hear you? Have you gone on too long? How quickly can you adapt to what you're receiving from your audience? This ability takes time and practice, but it's achievable. So, reach out. Empathize, be relatable, move away from the podium. Don't turn your back on your audience and read from your slides. Make eye contact and be expressive. The E in our model stands for expressiveness. Expressiveness is aligning the use of voice, body, energy, and emotions to convey clear, compelling messages with confidence. Principles here are: put your physical warm-up to use. Make sure you're being heard and you're using your voice to its full potential. Projection, enunciation. Talk to the back of the room, not just to the people closest to you. When can a pause be effective in making a point or drawing attention? Slowing down to explain jargon. What words or concepts are new and need to be emphasized in a sentence? What words or phrases do you want your audience to remember because you will be coming back to them later in your talk? Is it possible to use your body and move during your talk? Can you give point A to the right half of the audience, point B to the middle section, and point C to the left half of the audience? During your talk, when you mention or describe point A, move to the right half of the audience, and same with point B and C. This is a way to help your audience follow your talk physically as well as what you're saying. What excites you about your research? What energizes you when you talk about it? I've seen many students giving a talk say, "I'm very excited about what we've been doing in our lab. I believe it will make an important difference in people's lives." But their faces, their energy is not aligned with what they're saying, with the words they're using. Often, later in their talk, they will become more animated and energized. When I ask why, they say, "Well, this is the part I worked on in the study," or some other reason that helps them connect their emotions to what they're saying. I suggest that they tap into that energy from the very beginning of their talk, like telling a joke or a good story. Build to your punchline or climax. Warm up and use your voice, body, hands, and emotions to connect to your audience. Emotion drives expressiveness. And finally, the S stands for self-knowing. Self-knowing is about understanding and connecting your story, your values and beliefs to build trust and credibility through authenticity. Is it possible to bring some of yourself to your talk? A personal story, a connection to where you're from or what you've experienced. What's important to you regarding your research and how you communicate it? Do you use humor well or storytelling? After some self-reflection, try and connect you to your research. For years, science research has been about the doing. Now, More than ever, it's about the doing and communicating. If you practice the mindsets and behaviors of the PRES model in your daily lives and rehearse them before you give a talk or an elevator pitch, you will see an improvement in your interviewing style.